Today, we're going to be installing our 2023 style Ram tow mirrors on this truck. This applies to 2009 to 2018 Ram trucks. Let's get started. Introducing our 2023 style Ram tow mirrors for Ram trucks. Upgrade your truck with Boost Auto's premium 2023 style Ram tow mirrors. Precision engineered and fully customizable to reflect your build's personality. Choose from a range of customizable options to create a look that's uniquely yours. Make a statement, day or night, with either a crisp white or sleek amber running light. And level up your presence with our signature startup sequence that sets the tone the moment you fire up your truck. It's not just about looks, but also about functionality. Boost your utility with optional forward and rear-facing spotlights, perfect for lighting up work sites, back roads, or campsites. Easily control it all by utilizing our Boost Auto wireless upgrade kit, putting powerful lighting at your fingertips. With Boost Auto's 2023 style Ram tow mirrors, you're not just upgrading a part, you're upgrading your entire driving experience. A couple of things to note before we get into the installation. This product and procedure are specifically for 2009 to 2018 Ram 1500s and 2010 to 2018 Ram 25 and 3500 trucks. If your vehicle is a different year range, head on over to boostauto.com for the latest in fitment and availability and to purchase all we have to offer. Let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is roll down the windows and the front doors. Now we're going to disconnect the negative terminal on the battery with a 10mm socket. If you've got an auxiliary battery that'll be on the passenger side of the engine bay, disconnect that now too. Starting the driver's side, we need to remove the door panel. We've got 3 trim panels to remove, a multi-function switch, and 6 T20 Torx screws around the panel. Using a trim tool, we're going to remove this upper trim panel. Now we're going to remove the multi-function switch. Got 2 connectors that you need to disconnect. Push down on this tab, pull this connector off. We need to take off the small cover over the door handle bezel. Now we have a Phillips screw that we need to remove. Now we can take off the door handle bezel. Now we have our 6 T20 screws to remove.
Their locations are indicated by the graphics on screen. Use a T20 Torx bit to remove the screw while simultaneously using a flathead screwdriver to separate the screw from the trim clip it is in. Once all the screws are removed, remove the trim clips as well.
The door panel is ready to be removed. What we're going to do is lift up, look out for the lock rod, lift out, safely set it aside. With the door panel now removed, we've got 2 mirror connectors that we need to disconnect from the driver door module, and then 3 nuts to remove to fully take off the tow mirror. First, we're going to remove the connectors connected to the door module. Now we're going to remove this clip attached to the mirror harness. We're going to remove the 3 nuts to finally take the mirror assembly off. Now that the nuts are removed, now you can remove the mirror from the door. All right, now repeat those same steps on the passenger side of the vehicle. Now we're going to take our 2023 Ram style mirror harness, insert it into this hole in the door right here. Now that the harness is in, pull through the slack, insert the studs into their correct positions. Now install your 3 nuts. Now we're going to take the connectors that are keyed for our door module from our mirror harness and plug them in.
Resecure the mirror harness to the door panel using the zip ties in the kit. Now repeat all the steps we've done until this point on the passenger side. If you did not option for the forward-facing spotlight and did not option for the wireless rear spotlight, your rear-facing lights will function as a puddle light. If this is your case, you will not receive the wireless upgrade kit, and you can skip to the next section. We will now be discussing the optional wireless module kit. If you optioned for the forward-facing spotlight or the rear-facing spotlight with the wireless upgrade kit, you will receive these wireless modules with their corresponding harnesses. The driver's side has 2 harnesses and the module will have 2 plugins. The passenger side is only going to have 1 harness and 1 plug-in on the module. There are a couple of different options you could have chose for your 2023 style Ram mirrors. Each option requires a slightly different method of installation. The first option being that you optioned for front and rear spotlight. The second option is if you did not option for front spotlight, but you did option for rear spotlight. Both options 1 and 2 will follow these same steps for tapping for the wireless module. We will revisit the different steps required for each option later in this section.
So we're back at the driver's door module. What we need to do is disconnect connector C3 or this 5-pin connector right here, just above the 2 connectors we previously installed. Now that the connector is disconnected, we're going to be tapping for power and ground at pins 5 and 4, or these red and black wires right here. Starting with pin 5, or the red wire that we see here, we're going to be installing one of our provided T-taps. Find the wire that has the fuse in line, take the spade terminal at the end of this wire, and plug it into your previously installed T-tap. Now we're going to take our wire from pin 4, or the black wire, with another T-tap from our kit, install it on this wire. Now go back to the harness from your wireless module, take the wire with the other spade terminal, and plug it into your previously installed T-tap. Now you can plug back in connector C3.
We have now reached the point where there will be 2 different methods of installation based on the options you chose. We will first go over installation for if you optioned for front and rear spotlight.
First thing we'll do, we're going to grab the harness from the wireless module with the 8-pin connector. Take these 2 white connectors and plug them into the corresponding connectors from the mirror harness. For rear-facing spotlight, take the connector from the mirror harness with the orange and white wire and plug it into the connector with the yellow and blue wire from the wireless module harness. For forward-facing spotlight, take the connector with the pink wire from the mirror harness, plug it into the connector from the wireless module with the 2 orange wires.
Now we will go over the installation process in the case that you optioned for rear spotlight only.
If you option for only rear-facing spotlight, this is what your mirror harness is going to look like. I've got my harness with the 8-pin connector from the wireless module with these 2 white connectors on the end. I'm going to plug these into their corresponding connectors on the mirror harness. Now I've got my harness from the wireless module with the 6-pin connector. I'm going to take the connector with the blue and yellow wire and plug it into the connector with the white and orange wire from the mirror harness. The connector with 2 orange wires is not going to be used in this scenario. Go ahead and tape it back.
Now, both options will follow these last steps to complete the installation of the wireless module.
Take your harness with the 6-pin connector and plug it into its corresponding port on the driver's wireless module.
Do the same with the 8-pin harness. Now use zip ties to mount the module to the door like we did here.
Go ahead and repeat the same steps on the passenger side of the vehicle. Your passenger side wireless module will only have a 6-pin connector. This next part is going to be if you optioned for running light with your tow mirror set. If you option for running light, your kit will come with these 2 harnesses. Back at the tow mirror harness, it's going to come with this running light connector that we see here. So you're going to take the connector from the harness provided to you, plug it in. In order to set up running light, we need to run a wire through the boot into the cab. To get started there, we need to remove this plate. I'm going to peel back the weather stripping. Now we have 2 T20 Torx screws that we need to remove in order to get this plate off of the door. And then you'll pull back on the plate, separate it from the door. Next, we need to peel this boot back so we can access the door jamb connector. Next, we have 4 tabs that are on this connector housing that need to be depressed. so that we can disconnect the connector housing from the vehicle cab. Now that the housing is disconnected, I'm going to close the door slightly to help me pull it fully out to expose the actual connectors. Now you'll just need to depress these two tabs in order to disconnect the connectors from the housing. The connectors are disconnected. We'll lift up the weather stripping, pull this through, and now we have access to the door jamb boot. We're going to be sending our running light wire through this boot. So in order to get access to that, we're going to peel back the tape right here. We're going to remove this cover to help us pass the wire through. And once it's disconnected, there's one more cover that we need to take off to remove this completely. Remove it entirely. In order to pass our running light wire through the door jamb boot, we need to tape it to a straightened out piece of metal. Now we're going to send our straightened out piece of metal through the door jamb boot, came out the other end, pull it through. Now we'll remove the tape from our straightened out piece of metal. Looking at the back side of the connector housing, we're going to send our running light wire through the little ports that you can see in the middle of the housing. Be sure to pull out any remaining slack. Next, we need to remove the sill plate / kick panel on this vehicle. We're going to start with the trim tool from this side, pry our way up. We're going to pull back on this weather stripping ever so slightly, and then pull back on the kick plate, remove it entirely. Near the kick panel, we're going to have to remove this tab so we can pass our wire into the vehicle. I'm going to use a trim tool to do this. Just fold this back to help you get more access so you can get your wire inside. We have to make sure we take our running light wire and put it underneath the weather stripping. Now we're going to send our running light wire into our opening here. We're going to pull it through the pass-through, getting rid of any slack once again. So we're back at the door jamb pass-through plate. We're going to put this cover back on. So sneak the wires underneath this part just like this. Now we'll retape this cover that we previously removed tape from. Now we're going to send our door jamb boot back underneath the weather stripping. I'm going to reinstall the door jamb boot over the connector housing. Now we're going to reconnect our connectors. And now we're going to reinstall our housing back into the cab. Now we need to reinstall the two T20 Torx screws on the plate here. And now we'll reinstall the weather stripping. Go ahead and repeat the same steps in the passenger side of the vehicle.
Now we're at the passenger side of the vehicle, underneath the glove box. We need to remove this blower motor cover. There's going to be 3 clips that you need to remove. Disconnect this electrical connector and then remove the blower motor cover. Tape your passenger side running light wire to a straightened out metal piece and pass it under the dash in the area we just exposed. Retrieve the straightened out metal piece in the driver's side footwell and remove the running light wire from it.
All right, now we're going to tape our 2 running light wires to our straightened out piece of metal and send it through the pass-through on the firewall.
Now, locate the grommet in the firewall behind the pedals on the driver's side. Push the straightened out metal piece through the grommet and into the engine bay. Now retrieve it from the engine bay. Depending on your vehicle, the tap locations for running light may vary. You can pause here to find your exact tapping location based on your vehicle's model year. On your earlier year vehicles, you may need to locate connector C322 that is located on the driver's side in between the wheel liner and the frame of the truck. This is a black 32 pin connector. You will want to use a T-tap on the wire coming from pin 8 as seen in the graphic on the screen. For later year model vehicles, we will continue to the fuse box.
All right, now we'll open up our fuse box.
Once again, depending on your vehicle's model year, the fuse we tap at will be different. Refer to this graphic to make sure you are using the correct fuse. For our vehicle, we will tap at fuse 79.
Now that we have our wire routed to length, we're going to go ahead and cut our wires. Strip off the end of each wire. Now we'll twist these together. Take the wires, the butt connector, crimp it. All right, now we'll pull the fuse that's currently in fuse slot 79. Take that fuse, plug it back into the fusible tap, and then plug in your fusible tap. Now that we have our wires tapped and our products installed, time to reinstall all of the panels on the vehicle. First, we're going to reinstall the driver's door panel. Once again, look out for the lock rod and make sure that you feed your multifunction switch connectors through its ports.
Now reinstall the trim clips and T20 Torx screws as shown. Clip back in the door bezel trim. Reinstall the Phillips head screw and then secure the small trim piece over top of it. Now, reconnect the electrical connectors on your multifunction switch and secure it back into place. Lastly, clip back in the upper corner trim panel. In the driver's footwell, resecure the trim clip we removed earlier. Now we can reinstall the kick panel. Now we can repeat all of these same steps on the passenger side. Reconnect the electrical connector on the blower motor cover and then resecure the 3 trim clips on it.
Reconnect the negative terminal on the battery. If you have an auxiliary battery, go ahead and reconnect that terminal also. If you option for forward-facing spotlight or rear-facing spotlight with the wireless module upgrade kit, you're going to activate your spotlights at the mirror adjustment switch. In order to do that, select the left mirror and then select the sequence left, left, right, right. You're going to hear your module activate.
While the modules are activated, your mirror glass will not adjust.
To activate the forward-facing spotlights, tap the up button. If you want to turn the forward-facing spotlights off, hit the up button again. If you want to activate the rear-facing spotlights, select the down button. And to turn those lights off, select the down button again.
You may notice the passenger side lights illuminate slightly after the driver's side, due to the modules communicating from side to side.
And if you want to return your mirror adjustment switch back to normal operation, just select left, left, right, right again. You'll hear the module beep 3 times, indicating that it's turned off, and now you can adjust your mirrors.
You can also deactivate the modules by letting it time out. If there is no activity for 10 seconds, the modules will automatically deactivate. When the module is deactivated, the left adjust on the driver mirror will be delayed, preventing erratic operation of the module. If you do not have turn signal or puddle light functionality on your factory mirrors, and you optioned for a programming and bypass module with your mirrors, please reference a separate Boost Auto installation video to enable those features.
All right, that about wraps it up for the install on this 2023 style Ram tow mirror on this truck. Once again, this install applies to 2009 to 2018 Ram trucks. If you like this product, go to boostautoparts.com to see what else we have to offer to complete the build on your truck. Once again, thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you on the next one. The products shown in this video and so much more can be purchased on our website at boostauto.com. We're proud to offer a wide variety of products, parts, and accessories for your truck or SUV that will take your build to the next level. To watch videos like this one and to find out about our newest innovative products for your vehicle, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's all for now. Thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you on the next one.